team on the road, winning 9 in a row, now 10. You know the defense is going to be inspired, Cowboys-wise, going against DeMarco Murray. But the Eagles cannot get out their way. The first game, they had 7 or 8 penalties offensively. They need to fix that part of the football team. Defensively, the same issues that have been plaguing this team since basically Coach Johnson has died, passed away. They've always struggled defensively, and they're getting even worse today. You're talking about Maxwell not being able to cover. They've completed anything they wanted in the first game on the right side. He came back this week, and when Wheaton making a great throw in the red zone, a little post route to Terrence. So the same issues defensively that are plaguing this football team, they need to fix that. They don't pressure the quarterback as much as they did last year. But offensively, that's really where the issues are. You get Murray, and you expect Murray to be the downhill runner that we saw last year in Dallas. They're running from a shotgun. That's not what he likes to do. That's not his style. Usually in a shotgun, they have McCoy, a guy who's able to make guys miss, who's slippery. That's not Murray's type of running philosophy. They did an outstanding job on Sproles, Dallas Cowboys did yesterday. They were inspired defense. So this can be fixed, but they first have to fix the point of running the football effectively. They need to find out. And again,
are you going to install the I formation?
No, they don't need to install the I formation. But offensive line-wise, you need to do a better job of sealing, giving him a hole where he can hit the hole and not go from sideline to sideline. And Chip Kelly has been successful everywhere he's been. He's going to be able to change up and make sure that his running back that he got from Dallas is able to help his football team. And the only way he's able to do that is by offensive line and getting some holes where he can run straight up and down the field.
Eric Allen, I need you and folks outside of Skip Bayless. I'm talking about people that played in the NFL to define success for me. I understand where you and I are coming from. But with all due respect, I am getting sick and tired of people telling me that Chip Kelly was successful. Chip Kelly won football games. Chip Kelly never won a national championship.
Right. Chip
Kelly missed the playoffs last year. Chip Kelly is a good football coach. But I do believe that we have the right to sit there and say, or distinguish rather, the difference between being a winner and being good. There is a difference. Do I think Chip Kelly is a good coach? Yes, the record mandates that. Even though they didn't make the playoffs last year, even though they lost 3 of their last 4 regular season games, and they now have lost 5 of their last 6 regular season games when you consider the fact that they're 0-2 right now. There's no arguing that in 2 seasons in Philadelphia, Chip Kelly is 10-6 both seasons. He ain't 6-10. So we're going to sit there and give him credit where credit is deserved and say he's a good coach. But there's a difference between being good and being a winner. And I have yet to see Chip Kelly validate that he is a winner. So now we look at the fact that he is no longer in college and he's on the NFL level, and now he's controlling stuff because he's the de facto GM essentially, and he's calling the shots in terms of getting guys out there. Well, or getting guys on your squad. You brought Byron Maxwell into the mix. Paid him over $60 million. I remember you, Eric. I know you could play. And I know you know when somebody is a bit overrated at that cornerback spot.
For sure.
Can I get an amen on Byron Maxwell?
Oh, you can.
Say it. Say it with me. Say amen.
Amen.
There we go.
Because he is struggling just like the rest of the corners have struggled in that defensive
I understand that, but I'm not going to get on Walter Thurman III and other cats. They weren't paid $60 million.
And the safety's actually playing pretty good.
That's right. Now you got to skip the problem with your inside linebacker spot. Kiko Alonso, fresh off of 2 ACL injuries, you decided to bring him in Philadelphia. He had that left knee bothering him in training camp. You put him out there anyway, he injured again. Mikael Kendricks, he's now out. He got a problem. He's your inside linebacker. Okay, let's switch to the offensive side. That's just defense. That's just defense.
Who's been struggling for a couple of years.
Who's been struggling for a couple of years now. Couple of years now. Not 2 months, 2 years. So we're going to get that out the way. Now we go to the offensive side of the ball. Evan Mathis is gone because you want to rescind an offer that you made to him to pump up the back end of his contract. You sit there and say, we want to rely on this offensive line. Backups and Gardner and Barbary and these boys, you relying on them. You can't block. Okay, you got a north-south runner. You asking to run east and west. I'm looking at the Eagles' offense, and you know what I see?
What do you see?
Softies.
Softies.
That's right. About DeMarco Murray, I'm talking about cumulatively. I'm talking about a unit. This is what I'm talking about.
I'm not calling him soft.
Jordan Matthews can ball.
Yes.
He's an elite number 2.
Yeah.
Just a little bit shy of being number 1. He need another year or so. All right? Don't talk to me about Riley Cooper. Damn it, he need to be on the offensive line because all he does is block.
Right.
Remember? That's the first time we learned that the criteria for the wide receiver was blocking instead of catching passes. Remember, we didn't know that until Chip Kelly came along, okay? So I'm just looking at these guys, Aguilar and these boys, they got to prove something.
They do.
First 2 weeks, the Eagles, last point, Eagles were scoreless in 5 of the first 8 quarters of this season with that high-powered offense. You know why? Atlanta punched them in the mouth in the first half. The Cowboys punched them in the mouth in the first 3 quarters.
You're talking high powered. They're not high powered anymore. That's where we need to.
I agree with that.
They lost their explosiveness. Okay, 2 years ago, Deshaun Jackson, the guy who can break the top off, he was too small, too whatever for you in the locker room.
I get that, Eric.
They need to find a way to get back to running the football.
I want to bring Skip in here. I want to bring Skip in here. All I'm saying is this: for the first 2 quarters against Atlanta and the first 3 quarters. And you don't respond, that's usually the definition of soft. Now, I could be wrong, Skip, but all I know is whatever hood you want to pick, white, Hispanic, black, whatever, what's known as soft is when somebody punches you in your face or in your mouth and you have no response. That is what the Eagles have been for 5 quarters.
Check those
that
penalties.
Is a fact.
Check those penalties.
Yeah, too many daggone penalties. Yeah. All I'm saying to you is Philadelphia Eagles.
When you're trying to punch somebody in the mouth and someone's holding you back, okay, that's penalties. I'm holding them back.
All right. You can say that. Go ahead, Skip.
All right.
Let's hold that thought, Skip. We don't want to cut you off, and we need to take a break, so we will revisit your side when we return here on First Take. Keep it here.
Skip knows softies.
Hold on.